Alrighty, hey there everyone. We're back finally with some more hardcore Minecraft. Last time we got the rest of the trading hall physically built out, and today we are going to be catching the remaining zombies that we gotta catch and moving a crap ton of villagers. Like a lot of villagers. So yeah, nothing to do but to sit down and do it. And we will make some empty space here. That's my stuff. And there we go. Could really have an empty box just for like boxing away my own stuff and a couple other things here and there, but we'll work on that in the future. Scuba, hello. And yeah, we just gotta go out and go catch a bunch of villagers and start bringing them along. So we need some rails, and we also eventually need to get that ender pearl out of there because they are starting to overwhelm everything. So not cool. See, we got the spots for the rail line already all dug out for the second floor, but we still have work to be done on the first floor down here. So, not quite done yet, that first bit. And what we'll be doing is Fletchers, a lot of Fletchers. 32 Fletchers to be exact. And let's also take a second here to check our iron. Oh, right, we had already just emptied it, so it don't matter. Oh, out we go. I also need to pop into my base, or not base, I need to go pop into trading hall and get more things. And yeah, we have a lot of villagers, so we should be able to get all the Fletchers done in one go. And once the Fletchers are done, then I believe it's 24 times 5, which is 120. So yeah, we'll have an additional 120 villagers to transport, which will be quite something. It'll be one of the things of all time, maybe even ever. That'll be fun. Should be easy though, we just gotta get them moved across. And we'll go ahead and make a couple more rails. So I get some extra wood. Here we go. That was easy. Alright, and we'll take all this extra smooth sandstone back with us. And otherwise, yeah, they're just kind of doing their thing. I just realized I didn't patch up the, I didn't patch up the end of that railway, so they might fly off of it, and that will be a bit of an issue if they do. I mean, it shouldn't be like a big issue, but it's not exactly helpful, so. Yep. Oh crap. That's annoying. You bastard, you picked up my spruce. Not cool. I mean, I guess I should have expected it at this rate. But, and I guess this is also not really too big of an issue as I had thought. Just because of the fact that we can patch all this up pretty easy. All we gotta do is get them snapped onto the line and send them on through. We're also gonna have to just break a hole in this for right now. Just because we need an easy way in and out, and I don't feel like, doing a whole bunch of silly stuff. So, yep, we'll get that there. And so it begins. Alright. We'll hold off on the cobblestone for right now. Let's just focus on getting the stuff in one at a time. Here we go. Mhm. And after we're done with the trading hall, I'm not even really sure what else I want to do, honestly. It's been so long since we've really built out anything else that I just kind of don't know. So we'll figure that one out over time. I mean, we're still gonna have to work on the trading hall. It's not gonna be like completely done with all this. You know, we still have to actually finish the rest of the structure and a couple other things going, but for the most part, we'll be completely done with it. I mean, hell, at least being done with the first floor is pretty good. So it's been a little over 2 weeks of work on this trading hall. So it'll be nice to actually have it, well, not completely done, but, you know, basically done. It's gonna be nice. Looking forward to it. I do, however, need to, I need to get some extra material, though. Oh, shit. Gotta put that cobblestone up. There we go. Alright, let's see here. Hopefully the second floor will be a little bit quicker to everything to play, so that would make life a little bit easier. Also running out of space here, so let's go ahead and just tuck away some of our extra minecarts and keep it going. That's odd. Didn't I have 8 villagers? I'm very sure that I had 8 villagers. Okay, and they are back here, that's what I thought. I'm surprised they can rebound this far. Oh, because they made contact with the powered rail, that's why. Oh, you guys are just gonna continue to be bundles of joy, ain't you? Yes, you are. Alrighty. Oh, let's send them on through. We'll have to install, like, drop-off points like we've had in the past where, you know, you can actually just get them out of here, but that's fine. We'll get them when we get them. You know what, let's do that now while I'm still thinking about it. All we have to do... Okay, well that's not cool. All we have to do is a little something like this. And we'll do one more. There we go. And that fixes it, so yeah. Pretty easy. Alright, we're gonna try and get these 4 moved into place, and then we are gonna go from there. And we're gonna work on, you know, actually getting the rest of everything else done. Let's get in the hole. You stupid bastard. You're not supposed to get in there too, man. Get out of here. Seriously. Oh, man, gotta love villagers. Great. Now you're somewhere where you're not supposed to be. God damn it. You stay quiet, and then now I need to go wrangle up that other guy. Where the hell do you think you're going? No. You get back over here. You're not leaving. Nobody gets to leave. Alright, so here's the lore. I think I can park him like this. Okay, well maybe like back in a little bit more. But I think I can park him in like this, and then he'll drop like straight down. And then that at least gives me like a more finite area to wrangle him up in. Okay, we are on a good line here. Perfect. Okay, well that was a little annoying, but hey, we got it figured out at least, so that's good. It wouldn't be Minecraft villagers if they didn't piss you off somehow, so... Alrighty. We'll get these last 2 put in, and then we'll go catch a couple of zombies and go put them in the other layers that we got laying around. Alright, I'm sure it'll be easy stuff. But yeah, life update lore. While I've got nothing else to talk about, I'm pretty much officially looking for another job. I'm still sticking it out at my current one until I can get something else figured out, but I'm kind of just over it, so it's just not worth the stress. The benefits are things I can get elsewhere, and I don't do a lot with health insurance related stuff, so it's the only particularly big benefit of working where I work, and I'm not old yet, so I don't need it. And the fact that they offer a pension plan, wow, cool, it still doesn't do anything for me because you'd have to work there for 7 years straight to actually get the damn pension plan. And, if I was like 50, that would be a great deal because then you'd have your pension by the time you're 57 and you stay for another couple of years, you retire at 60 something, you're good. Not what I'm doing though, but that is a thing that you could do. So, very cool. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just don't want to work there anymore. I just don't get the chance to enjoy doing what I actually want to do, and it's not very nice. So, but I don't know. I just want to go literally anywhere else, honestly. All right, let's see what corner have we gotten to. Not this one, that's for sure. All right, so we should have what? The fuck are you mad about? I haven't been out here. Oh, there's gonna be some Endermen in my trading hall that I now need to deal with. All right, let's just keep it simple for you. One at a time. Let's get this guy. Let's lure him on up here. Alright. Dude, come on. Dude, come on. What the hell? You three? Yeah. Alright, but this makes three in total. And hopefully we get number four around here. And we are dry as hell out here. There ain't nothing. Let's go get this guy. He annoys me. I have no idea when I looked at an Enderman, but I guess I did. But yeah, work stuff. It just has kind of stopped being worth it, unfortunately. Bit lame, but hey, it is what it is. So I'm gonna try and stick it out as long as I can. Hopefully, at least until September, because then I get like my 401k fully vested into my name, so then I don't like feel like I just wasted like 2,000 whatever dollars with them from 401k investment. And then once I get that, then I'll probably just leave. There's enough private jobs that I'm seeing nowadays that like I'm pretty sure I can do, and they're fully remote and they pay more, and I'm pretty sure I can do them because they're what I do now. Except they won't be related with the other stuff that I do at my job, which is nice because that's the part that really irks me. It's very frustrating, right? It's like I finally figured out at work in like an actual professional capacity what I'm good at and what I enjoy doing. So what can I do? Nothing. I can't do anything with it right now. You know how frustrating that is? Like you finally figured out what you actually want to do as a career and you actually legitimately mean it. And you can't do anything with it. It's not cool. So the deal there allegedly is that once I'm good at like the financial bits, I will be able to do that technical work that I wanted. But like I have to be good at the financial bits first, and the financial bits aren't really finance more than they are accounting, and it's unfortunately very different and equally as boring and not cool. So it's not nice, and I don't like it. So I'm working on getting out as fast as I can here, and definitely working private sector. I don't know if it'd be more stress, honestly. Like I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be at this rate, just because there's already been so much with this job, but I think it'd be more. And either way, it's definitely going to pay like a pretty hefty amount more than what I currently make. So whether it is actually more or not doesn't really matter. Like whether it's more stress or not doesn't really matter. Just because I will make like 20 to 40,000 more at another job doing the same kind of work. Oh, I guess the zombie just decided to wander up there. That's nice. Glad they could pathfind, only sometimes. Alright, well, let's see if we can get him on up here then. Alright, dog, come on. This will make 5 and 6 here, so go ahead and get these guys ready and into place. Dude, what? Great, now they're gonna both fucking come in at the same time. I'm gonna have this issue again. Nope, they didn't. Somehow. Oh, I didn't put a ceiling here yet. Weird. Alright, one side. Alright, let's get this guy going. Just a little bit more. Alright. And that makes number 6. Oh, perfect, it's raining. So we should be able to kidnap this guy. And I think our last section is over in this direction. For us to be able to kidnap. You fucking dumbass. Dude, these things are so fucking stupid. Whatever. At least we can build another staircase, but like, really? How do you mess that one up, you know? That should have been easy sauce. I guess it is like a... They think it's a full block even though it's not. So I guess it bugs with their pathfinding AI a little bit, but... I mean, like, come on. But this could be potentially the only good time for rain in the history of all of Minecraft, because, like, it actually rained at a very good time. Because otherwise we would have had to wait another night for them to, actually do stuff, so... Now we can just, go grab another zombie from out in here, assuming they haven't despawned. They have almost definitely despawned. Nope, we are very lucky and they have not yet, surprisingly enough. Not wasting my name tag on them, though, but... Or not yet, at least. We will, you know, we'll wait. But, yep. Get this last guy in a place, go cut off that cobblestone, and then we will, start moving the rest of everything. But yeah, work lore. I just want to get out. Want more dollar dues. It's the biggest issue right now, like with everything. If I can just make some more dollar dues, most of my problems will pretty much just go away. Not go away, but it'll actually feel a lot more manageable, a lot more reach, you know. And that does count, you know. That does count for stuff. So it's very good. Like if I made another 20, even 20,000 a year, and I only got probably about 15 of that after tax, right? That still is an extra $15,000 a year, you know, that you just get to have. So that would pay for vacation, like 2 years of work would pay for all 5 years of my master's program at the rate of which I want to do them at. And like, I think 2 more years would pay for like all of my credit card debt and my car payment, like in full. So I could have most of my stuff completely paid off in like a handful of time, as long as I could just get a job that pays just another 10 or 20 more. And hell, you know, you keep going off of that, the more you earn, the more you keep, and it's just, it gets better. So, just trying to stick it out to make it that far, but it will get better. So, it's gonna be nice. But we got all 8 zombies in. We're gonna go ahead and fill up the roof here too. I do not know how I forgot about that. I think it was here. Let's get all this filled in. Luckily I still have some leftover sandstone. Alright, there we go. So this is all filled in, and then we should have the next section all ready for the trading hall. Are we for real right now? Where the hell did that go? Dude, seriously? What the fuck? Where did it go? There we go. About to say, like, there's no way that thing just perfectly got out. Alright, well, that's annoying, but okay. Alright, well, on to the next batch of 8. Let's just go ahead and get the rail line all installed and get this going. Alright, let's also get some of this extra stuff put away, just to make life a little bit easier. There we go, much better. Okay. And now we've got another 8. We need 24 more villagers to be able to do what we gotta do. And, yeah. So we'll go ahead and let them continue on, let them do their thing, and we'll meet them here when they get here. Let's get our inventory prepped in the meantime. Yep, that should be about everything. I guess while we wait, I'll go ahead and check my notes here because there are 5 types of workstation that we're still gonna need. We are gonna need 24 smokers, looms, barrels, cauldrons. We've already got the grindstones from prior work, but we will need those other bits of stuff. Now, luckily the cauldrons are super duper easy to get. The barrels super duper easy to get. The loom we'll have to make a stop back at our base and pick up 48 string, but we can get those super easily. And I guess the smokers actually aren't too bad because we do have the logs on hand already. So you know what? Everything should be really easy to just get more of. So that'll be nice. Nope. 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 Get back in there. I don't like you right now. I guess the only downside is we don't exactly have easy ways up and down in here right now. We'll work through it. It'll be fine. I mean, I guess we got the scaffolding, so it ain't too bad. There we go. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with all these villagers. Like, again, we're not gonna be actually buying everything from these guys. You know, I mean, there's only so much stuff you can physically buy in a day, and then they just kind of have whatever trades after enough time. But I think it's just more for the sake of completion and just, you know, I got the motivation to actually get a project like this done. So I may as well try and get it done while I still can, you know? But it is going to be worth it when it is done. Just being able to have a nice trading hall like this, and then you don't ever have to think about it again. You just go, you trade, and then you go home. I was also doing some more research on like packed ice and blue ice, and I thought like packed ice was okay. Like I know packed ice is faster than elytra; it's like 40 blocks a second. But I thought like blue ice was like 50 or like a fairly marginal increase. It's almost 80. Like it's almost double of like packed ice. So depending on what ends up happening, we may try and overhaul, or maybe not overhaul, but at least for like the super duper long stretches of like nether like tunnel that we tend to ride, like on our main axes, right? We'll use blue ice on those just because we can. We probably should, because then we'll be going 80 blocks per second, you know? That kind of speed we should be able to get halfway across the world in the blink of an die. And even here in the overworld with the villager tunnel that we just constructed, I kinda would feel bad about replacing all the packed ice we just put in with blue ice, but at the same time, it's not like a crazy big deal to do it. It's a lot of packed ice we'll have to mine though. Like I'm pretty sure we'll need like 9 shulker boxes of packed ice because it was about a full shulker box of regular of packed ice to build it all. So we'll need 9 times that amount to get blue ice, which that's cool. You're really resource intensive. It's kind of unfortunate that there's no automatic way to farm ice, but I guess I get it. But like, I guess thinking in terms of like, how there's that proposed change that people really want to see to make sand farmable or renewable rather, well, renewable and farmable, you know what I mean. But where basically like if Husk just dies, they drop like 0 to 2 sand, and it's like up by 1 with every level looting kind of deal. It'd be interesting if God damn it, I forget. Strays? I think it was strays. They're like the ice-like skeletons. If they did that with ice, where, they die, they drop 0 to 2 ice, kill them with looting, it's an extra bit of ice for every you got. Because then you'd have an automatic ice farm, which could be really interesting. And then you also, well, would just be able to farm ice. I mean, you really cannot beat that at this point in the game. Even if you would have to do like 81 regular ice for 1 blue ice, it would still objectively be better than nothing. And mainly, it'd be good for packed ice, but you probably wouldn't get much use out of it for blue ice, which is honestly fine. It's not too big a deal. Well, either way, we got our guys in place, so we are gonna head back and go pick up another 8 villagers. Nice and simple. And let's get all of our minecarts back in. And we'll take a quick peek to see how these guys are doing. But yeah, over time they are adding like community features like that, or rather community requested features where you can actually farm things that, haven't previously been farmable or otherwise tedious and annoying to get, which is very nice. Gravel was a big one with piglin bartering. And I cut out like half of the grinding that you had to do for concrete powder. And now the other half being sand is a very big deal because that enables fully automatic TNT. And then that's a big deal because that enables you to like not have to do TNT duping anymore for excavating. You could actually just farm like all the materials in AutoCraft to make TNT and then have that feed into a chest and then you can pull up whatever you want out of that. And that would be very cool. And, by extension, concrete powder too. You could automatically farm concrete powder and then, feed it up into concrete like maker and then have it get blown up with that TNT that you just went ahead and crafted. So you could do some very cool things. Alright, well, we got 8 villagers here, so we're gonna go ahead and help villager number 1 out, get his ass down the line. There we go. So it begins. What? Oh, I was about to say, what the hell are you stuck on? You're stuck on another guy. We'll get that going. You know what? I am gonna do this. Hang on. Okay, wrong spot. We just don't want to make anything easy right now, do we? No, not particularly. No, beats nothing. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and keep it going here. Finally got to see the Backburners movie yesterday. It was pretty good. I really didn't have too many issues with it at all. I get it was a little slow during like some of the therapy stuff and like the start of the movie, but like beyond that, It's pretty faithful. You know, it's a Backrooms movie. It's got exactly what you would expect out of a Backrooms movie if you've seen any of Kane's other stuff, and it's good for it. You know, it's very neat. And they're already working on a second one, which is very nice. It'll be pretty good. It's one of those few things where it's like, as long as he's the guy that keeps writing them, I don't think there's gonna be a drop in quality for a very long time, if at all, because it's so open-ended and there is so much opportunity to like not only add his own stuff and to kind of keep things going, but it's very easy to just, not easy, but it's pretty straightforward, like planning wise, to be like, okay, we're making more back rooms, right? You don't have to put, you know, 100 fucking people behind that and throw out like a large CGI budget or nothing like that. It's just, we make more back rooms, you know, the fandom and the community has already made like a billion other fucking floors that are very interesting, and you know, still capture a lot of that kind of feel. Not all of them, but enough of them that are like interesting enough that you could be like, yeah, you know, you could see that being put into the movie and it could be very interesting, you know. Or it could be one of those things too, where it could be similar to like what the Minecraft movie has done very recently, where it's like, you know, community created builds can work their way into the movie. You know, same idea with the background, right? Where somebody has like an actual cool, like solid idea for like a theme, and it works and it makes sense and it looks good. You'd be like, hey, we'll put that thing in the movie, you know, put your name in the credits or pay you something or whatever, you know, just something like that. I don't know, it could be interesting. At the same time, though, with that, I don't know if that would give them more legal headaches with, you know, Creative Commons licensing and all that kind of stuff. But, hey, you know, guy can dream, right? So, just food for thought. Could be interesting. But yeah, thought it was pretty good. Session was pretty good too. Saw that a couple weeks ago as well. There seemed to be a small string of bangers happening right now, which is very nice, but hopefully smaller creators can keep that kind of stuff going. That'll be cool. Looking forward to that second Minecraft movie though. That's gonna be just nice. I mean, it's okay, like admittedly the first one, not the greatest writing, but because it was stupid and dumb and they like let it be stupid and dumb, it worked out pretty well, honestly. The character writing, though, I really hope if there's any one thing that they can get better at in the next movie is character writing. Because I just you don't give a shit about like any of these guys except for like Steve, mainly because he's Jack Black, just being Jack Black, and then like Jason Momoa is like the garbage man. Like he was fine too because he was just diet Jack Black, and then otherwise, like the other three characters, I legitimately can't even fucking tell you their names. I remember Dennis, who's fucking dog for 3 minutes in the movie more than I remember any of the other ones. Like that's how much they dropped the ball in terms of making you give a shit about any of these characters, like at all. And I guess it was like that with the Sonic movie too, where it's like you obviously remember all the fucking marketable characters, but you don't remember like the human characters that are exclusive to just the movies, except for Dr. Stone. I mean, he was cool though, but like that's about it. Otherwise, you know, because otherwise, all these other guys, you don't remember any of these new names that they just make exclusively for these kinds of movies, you know. And it's kind of frustrating. You know, there's nothing to really latch onto with them, and they could be cool. You know, they have the sauce there to make something cool, but have they? No. And it's very disappointing. There's so much potential for that kind of stuff. And just having better, you know, character interaction and just being able to figure out those things. I talk like I'm some kind of fucking writer and I would know what to do. I would have no idea what to do in their shoes. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't have an opinion on stuff. Your opinion's like maybe less valuable because you haven't written something before, you haven't done that task before, but you can still offer criticism and talk about things that maybe you yourself haven't done yet, you know? At the very least, just surface level criticism. You know, that's why they have like audience feedback and like test screenings and stuff like that. You know, but but yeah, no, I don't know. I want to be able to at least care a little bit more about some of the characters, or at least be able to. They got to do something for me to be able to remember their names. You know, I feel like it's the biggest gripe with that movie, just in general, is like they're all forgettable. It's tragic, but maybe one day they will figure out how to write a good character. Unless they clone Jack back like 100 times. Or at least once to make Herobrine, but that's, that's really about it. I'm about to say, I'm a little weird that I'm not seeing them up here, but they just take a while, I guess, since we are looping them around the long way. Well, either way, we got them in place. And this is our last state Fletchers that are coming on through. So we'll go ahead and expedite this guy a little bit more. Got a creeper there. He ain't gonna do nothing. Wall's too big. There we go. Boop. Yeah, they're getting bunched up kind of hard at that corner, but that should be okay. So 32 villagers, right? Sounds like a lot, because it is, but like in the grand scheme of what we have to finish up, it's only a fifth of them. Which, hey, you know what? We don't have to do all 150 in a single day or nothing. But what that at least does for us is it's like, hey, you done a fifth of the villagers that you have left to do. You've only got 120 after this. Makes life a little bit easier. Yeah, it's not been too bad. I mean, it's been 40 minutes, or 36 minutes technically, but it's been 36 minutes and we've moved in like 32 villagers in place. That's pretty good. That's pretty good time. Like, as long as you have the villagers, it doesn't really take a whole lot of time to, move them. The only issue becomes we need the villagers because there are a lot of slots to fill, and that gets kind of tedious. So yeah, but we are doing good, and I won't be able to finish the entire trading hall today unless I want to sit here for like 8 hours and do that. I would also like to do literally anything else with my time. So slow and steady here, right? You just keep them moving, you keep going, and it gets done eventually, and it's nice. So, yay. Alright, only 3 more after this. A couple of them seem to have gotten knocked back in a kind of a weird way, so we'll have to go fish them out of the rail line. That should be easy enough, though. And before we start zombifying any of these guys, we also are going to need to trade for a bunch of emeralds, and just in general, we're going to need more stuff. I'm pretty sure we're good on golden apples now, at least, so we don't have to like sit down and grind for a bunch more there, but we are still going to need to, oh, but that's great. That's even better. Nice. Alright. Luckily, that's just a clean drop. Yeah, as annoying as it is to get some of these guys into place, for what it's worth, it actually hasn't been too difficult. Just a little tedious and a little frustrating at times, but not, like, outright bad. Like, I've definitely had to move them in shittier conditions before, so the fact that a lot of this goes as smooth as it is to where I can just have a conversation and just talk and not have to focus super hard on it is already a pretty big win. So, I like that. It's a lot better than my old trading hall designs in the past. Alright, well, this is our last guy, and with this we will have officially moved in the entire first floor of the trading hall, which is very nice. We'll have to round up all of the rails and block in all of the cobblestone with sandstone to make it official, but we are pretty much there, so just nice work. Alright, well, this is the last guy. There he goes. That goes there. And we're done. Well, we're done with the first floor, but that's good. Alright, so let's go ahead and take out all of... That's also something else I'm a little worried about, but let's go ahead and just try and get all of these rails taken out. And without shattering all this damn cobblestone on impact. It's gonna go to there. And I should still have an Excel spreadsheet that'll tell me a lot about like what arrows I'm missing, because I have a list of all the different tipped arrows that they can give. And my main goal for the Fletchers in an ideal world is for them to be able to give me every single type of tipped arrow. Not dependent on duration or level, but ideally we get the highest duration on them. We don't need like a higher strength or anything of them, but duration is always nice. So that's kind of the goal I'm looking for. If we get it, great. Realistically, we won't. I got very lucky in my other hardcore world where I did manage to get that to be the case, but that's a very difficult thing to do because you have to level them up to master, which takes a good bit of time, and then you also just have to get lucky on top of that, which also takes a lot of time. So, yeah, not good. Not a good recipe for anything, frankly, but that's okay. And we're gonna probably come back through with some glowstone and like embed a little bit of glowstone in the floor at some of these sections. Since I'm pretty sure that's 8, but and then that would be 6. Dang. I was gonna say at least it would be even, but it's not, so a little annoying. That's okay. But yeah, we'll embed some glowstone in the floor to give some more consistent lighting in these areas. I've just been holding off on doing that stuff, obviously, since this has all been kind of under development, so that's alright. Shit. Well, easy fix. I guess it's fine. Hopefully we're gonna have enough smooth sandstone for all this. This is just leftovers from some other inventory that I had, so I should have some more. I should have some more laying around. We're also gonna maybe want to, well, we'll go drop off these mine carts, and then we'll also go get the rest of the inventory put away. But I'm mainly planning on sealing off all the other gates except for that first one with sandstone. Just because it's kind of stupid and don't really need it. We do also have the golden apples, which is good, so we're good on that at least. And we'll put some of these extra rails away. Seal that off. There we go. That extra scaffolding out of here. There we go. Alright. And we can leave all this stuff here. Did I have my fletching tables nearby? Where did I put my fletching tables? Well, what the hell? They can't be that far away, surely. Oh crap, man. What did I do with them? Maybe they're in here? Nope, I did manage to reorganize all that. Fine. Okay, well, our fletching tables are just kind of out somewhere, which is not admittedly a good thing to be like, oh, where is it? Oh, it's out there somewhere. But we should, there we go. I'm about to say, we should be able to find it. So we're going to go ahead and run all of this over here. We're going to go put it in with the weakness potions, because we can do that. And then we're going to go run all these minecarts back real quick. And, yeah. Still need to trade for a bunch of emeralds. Why don't we see if we can do that real quick? Let's go ahead and turn all that into iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Gotta build that stockpile back up, you know? we'll get all that. There we go. Alright, so that gets us a couple more emeralds to work with. We are finally starting to drop FPS down here ever so slightly. Went to 59 again, but that's fine. And let's see here, we're going to go drop these minecarts off, and then we are going to begin the zombification and curing process for all those Fletchers. And we'll pop those back in there. There we go. Alright. And yeah, we don't even have enough for a batch of the next guy. So yeah, we will let them do their thing. They're probably out of food by now. So we should go do something about that. And we should also continue to whittle down the rails that are there. But we will, you know, we'll get to it in due time. You know, no rush, right? Let's just focus on feeding these broke-ass bastards. Give them a little bit of bread. By a little bit, I mean this would kill, like, the average American. That's how much bread this is. Here we go. I mean, they are still making kids. They just aren't doing it to the level that I would want, you know. That should help speed things along. Let them do their thing. Alright, and now we go ahead and we get some sandstone from our shoulders. And then we'll go collect the rest of the rails. Here we are. Alright, so we are about here. We're just focusing on taking everything down, so I'm gonna inevitably rebuild sections of rail going up into stuff, but right now we're mainly just focused on tearing down everything that's been here before and getting the new stuff in place. So of course, put that away. Yep. Alright. Depending on how raid spawning mechanics work exactly, it could be very interesting to try and do a raid here. But I also feel like that would be an explicitly stupid idea, you know? Just because there is serious risk of, like, me not doing something correctly and they do manage to spawn just completely within the walls because it's such a big area. And if that happens, I'm going to be very unhappy and very worried because some of these guys are extremely hard to replace. Oh wow, so even if I mute my mic, you can still hear me if I just straight up shout. That's crazy. I kind of just sneezed really loud, so I saw that pick up on my mic there. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Um, mm, yeah, I'm gonna leave these as iron blocks because I kind of have to, unfortunately, so. But, nah, it ruins the whole vibe of it. Look, if we really need to find it, we'll find it just by digging in here, so I'm not gonna worry too hard about it, but damn, dude. But yeah, I mean, I've thought about doing raid stuff in like this trading hall because I think it could be very cool to just generally be able to do, but if there's any big mistakes with spawning and things like that, and or things just happen that I just don't know about, then we are gonna have some very big issues, so that would not be cool. Because anything that actually seriously risks these guys dying is immediately a no-go. Just because I can't really afford that, so yeah, that's cool. Alright, well that gets us as far in as we really need to go. And then from here, it it's just a matter of building up everything. There we go. Alright, and then this would get them into the initial rail line. And then we would start flowing them in here at some point. Of course, we got some wild zombies that think they can do literally anything at all. They can't, but they're welcome to try, because it ain't gonna matter. And there we go. And we'll fill in from like that side inwards because it's gonna be kind of difficult otherwise, so yeah. Alright, well, yeah, we got some zombies down there. They're luckily very stupid and don't know how to freaking get up here, so that's all good. Otherwise, we are right where we want to be with this trading hall now, so, you know, we've got a nice little arch for actually getting all that stuff put into place. We'll let that kind of sit there. And yeah, we are just gonna focus on getting all those zombies down on the first floor, or villagers cleared out. And this should be pretty easy again, you know, none of this stuff is ever too difficult, it just takes time, but we are in fact getting there. Okay, well. There we go. Probably gonna need some extra cobble too, so let's get that ready. Get that ready. Get that ready. Let's get that ready. Alright, okay. And let's go get all of our emeralds here too. We're not so focused on getting them up to master. We're mainly focused on just getting them up to like apprentice or whatever. Let's also just fly back to the base real quick and go get some other stuff. Let's go get some bamboo that we have sitting around, because I'm going to use it for a bunch of sticks here. So let's go ahead and get back to base. And we'll just go pick up a couple of shulker boxes. Yeah, I mean, this is still a very quick trip back. You know, this takes 20 seconds, right, to go do. So it didn't even take a whole lot of time to just fly on out here and do all this stuff. They'll be even quicker once we make some stuff a little bit closer. Whoa, that was a bit of a lag spike. Not like that. Alright, well, anyways. Dang. Kinda missed that one. That's okay. That's our regular one that's already had stuff taken out of it. Let's take 2 shulker boxes. That should be plenty. And while we're here, we'll go ahead and pop on into our shulker box. Go grab a couple of fireworks, because we need some more again. And we need to get ready to make some more too. You know, we haven't made any extra in a hot minute here, so not good. We also haven't run the hostile bonfire in a hot minute either, so we gotta come back to base and do some base work. Do that at some point, you know. But I'm sure it'll be okay. And boom. We're back. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get these bamboo boxes placed down. I don't know why I would want to do it like that, but damn. They must have already taken damage from something because that guy is not that strong. I also don't know where that zombie freaking went. Dude, what the hell? Where is he? There you are. Okay, so you are down here. Alright, there you go. These villagers must have taken damage when they were babies or something. At least that's my guess. Okay, I also don't know why, again, we keep having this repeat problem of shit just not wanting to work here. Like, come on, dude. You have nowhere else to go except here, you know? There you go. I don't get why it takes him so long, but hey, you know what? As long as he gets him, I guess it's fine in the end. Alright, don't know where he is. He keeps trying to leave. Knock it off. Get back in here. You ain't never gonna leave. Here we go. Alright, two more. Any day now. You only have two more to do. Like, you're right next to both of them. Just get them, you know? And I don't know. Stupid ass zombie. Alright, one more guy. And he clearly sees him because he sees me. There we go. Alright, much better. Okay, so that gets us everything. And let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Poop. Alright, there we go. We'll let them cure and do their thing. Okay, put that there. And we put that there. Alright. Fucking Enderman, get the hell out of here. Y'all are a bunch of bastards. Oh, I have weakness. I forgot about that. Well, luckily sharpness is so strong it doesn't really matter, but still. Alright. That guy's got weakness on him too. There's two. Guess we can turn off hitboxes. There we go. There's three. There's five. Only three more. How can I be as inconvenient as possible about they getting directly in your way? Oh, I know. I'll get directly in your fucking way every time. Like, come on. There we go. One more. You have one more guy and you only have 3 blocks you can freaking walk to at all. You have no other choice. Like, literally none. Just go to him. There we go. No, there you go. That's what I thought, you bastard. Oop, dead center. Alright, nice. Take that out. And we'll go set them up for the next batch. Alrighty. That should go there. And there we go. Alright. Hmm. I don't get why he gets so fixated on pathfinding out. Like, it's not gonna happen. There is no leaving. You have, like, 6 villagers right in front of you that you can still actively do something with and go eat, you know? But no, you just won't. For just no reason. I don't know. I just don't get it. Okay. Again, nowhere else to go, like, at all. Except for all the villagers directly in front of you. One more guy. There we go. Come on, get in there, please. Dude. There you go. That boy. That's what I thought. Alright. Next batch. There we go. Looks like the original batch is cured too now, so that's always nice. Alright, let's get this guy into place. Oh, well, I guess he was farther away from the weakness potion that time, so makes sense why he can hit me then. I'm so used to him not being able to do it. I don't know. Just didn't think about it. Alright, well, let's see here. Eat. Another one. We need more gold if we want to do more. Alright, last 8. Any day now. It is not gonna happen at this rate. Nice. Okay. Here we go, that got his attention. And zombie villager right in the way. Alright, there we go. Alright, one more. Just one last villager. Alright. Perfect. Alright, we got all that dismantled. We'll pop him with that. And we're done. Alright. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is break all that cobbledy stone that is down in there. This should be very easy. Break that, and that, and that, and now you're free. Alright, nice. So, while they get to cure, we can now go ahead and pack some of that stuff away, get that ready. Make like a shit ton of sticks. Like, oh my god, this is gonna be so many sticks. Oh, it's thunder out. Well, luckily we have our lightning rod, so this shouldn't be an issue or anything. And yet you can see it striking up in here. There'll probably be some spots of fire nearby once it strikes. We'll wait until the next strike just so we can see it, because it's cool. It's a very nice little area, though, I will say. Yep, no more thunder, I guess. Watch, as soon as I look away, there will be more. Not this time. Surprisingly. Ah, it's fine. Alright, well, let's get to it with this. It should be pretty easy. Basically, just trade with him until he's tier 2. It's a really interesting trade. You can trade him 4 gravel and an emerald. And I don't really care unless they explicitly have sticks, so we're gonna keep resetting them until they do stick trades. Because stick trades are just that good to be able to do, you know. Not that they're that good, but I mean they're, you know, good. It gets me some emeralds because we're gonna need more later as we keep doing all this stuff. Eventually, one of these guys should do sticks and arrows because they should all be like an equal 2 out of 3 chance, but they just keep doing the flint trade and sticks only, so don't know what's up with that. There we go. Just a string of bad luck, I guess. Okay, so now we've got the first 8 are good. And I'm thinking here, I think I want to bundle up a chunk of these bows, maybe? Really not too sure. I don't think I really want them to go to waste. Or at least I don't want them to go to waste at the start, because bows are a little annoying to craft, so at least if we have a shulker box of them, it's whatever, but, you know. Okay, well I guess it doesn't really matter, frankly, because there is no way in hell that we're gonna go back in there to go pick them up, because I don't care that much. Okay, that was all of my emeralds. I want those back. Why? There we go. Alright, that's enough on the bow department. Unless we want to start just dumping a crap ton of them in here. Which I kind of do, yeah, so we'll do that. Alright, where are my emeralds? Did I not bring them over? Why would I not do that? Huh. Well, anyways, let's go get those. Alright, all these guys are journeymen. Good. Why is this guy 8 string, but all the others are 7? That's odd. It's not like I've hit him. I'll punch 1, my favorite. And it's only marginally more XP, so... None of these bows are obviously going to be any good at all, but hey, they are here, so... Alright, so we can get them up to expert pretty quickly, so that's nice. Alright, next batch of 8. We already have plenty of arrows from our hostile mob farm that we don't even use, so... I mean, we have the option to buy them, I guess, which is always nice, but we don't, you know, we don't really need that, frankly. It is still nice to have, though. Sticks. Damn, okay, well, shit. Here we go. And there we go. Okay. That gets another 8 done. Alright, so I get some as high as they can go up in an expert for right now, which is great. And now we can go ahead and put these extra bows away. And we can work on the next batch. Let's go see if we can get some of that XP though. Wonder which one's the XP. I don't know. Could be anything. And our durability is good everywhere else, so we're just getting this for the sake of getting this. Here we go. Alrighty. Oh, what the hell? Well, he's apprentice now, so whatever. That was weird. Why the hell am I throwing him at him? What am I doing? Come on. I think I never fucking played the game before at this rate. Alright, there we go. And last one. Alright. Here we go. That is another batch successfully done. All nice and good. Oh, it's not sounding there for right now. I don't feel like hearing. Alrighty. So, we'll just go ahead and start buying out all of their bows and throwing them out on the ground because we need them. There we go. And we'll keep stockpiling all of these away. Nice, got a double chest of bows. I use them for anything important? No, probably not, but that's alright. Alright, and let's also go ahead and trade for another 6 stacks of emeralds here. We are definitely going to need them. See what time it is. It's already 11:50 this morning. Ooh, how fun. A little bit more. There we go. Maybe this will get us up to 180, who knows? Alright, well we'll go put all the extra iron away here for right now. Actually, you know what? We have just enough to be able to trade another 6 stacks worth, so we'll go do it this all again. Get ourselves some more emeralds. Get it to 180. 81 even. Neat. And out we go. Alrighty. Shit. Oh, god damn it, not again. I'm gonna need to go back in there and get all that stuff. Burning emeralds here. Keep throwing them at the guys instead of picking them back up in my inventory. And I keep doing that too. Frick, man. I'm just trying to buy all these guys out to master. Okay. So now with that, this should be good. So now what we can do is get all that put away. Drag all those across, and then that makes it so I can only pick up emeralds, and then we just have to simply pop right on down. And just go grab all this stuff. See the amount of bows and crossbows that we got here. Yeah, be quiet. Alright, there we go. Alrighty. Alright, now everybody so far is up to master. That's good. Alrighty. Should probably make some signs again as well. Oh, well, actually, we've got the wood now because we use birchwood for all this. Right. Let's go ahead and make another 32 birchwood signs. Alright. That's good enough. We'll come back through and make more a little bit later, but for now, that's all we need. Alright. Alrighty. Let me pull up my funny little Excel file here. Give me 1 second. Here we are. So, when it comes to arrows, there are 20 different types of arrows in the game. Pretty sure all of them can be sold by these funny little villagers. One of them includes luck, which I'm not sure if that's even a thing anymore, to be perfectly honest, but we will find out very soon. Our goal isn't necessarily to buy them more than it is to just, like, you know, just document what they are and take it off the list, so, you know. Here we go. Okay, wow, instant health too. That's quite a solid arrow. If I was broke and only had a regular ass bow, but you know, that's fine. So we got that one. Instant health too. None. None. They can sell none? That's a thing? Really? That's stupid. Oh, you guys are fucking stupid. Oh, what the fuck? Dude. In what world? Slow falling's a great one though, I will say. That's an actual very good one to have. But dude, that is so annoying. What the hell? I thought it was a guarantee. I'm pretty sure that's the slow duration, slow falling, unfortunately. Water breathing, now that's a good one. Water breathing is such an annoying thing to get without like having a guardian farm right now that it is very nice to be able to buy it in arrow form. And being able to give mobs water breathing without a splash potion is interesting. Oh, Turtle Master, that's a good one too. Okay, so we don't have a whole lot of arrows that we can get, but the couple that we do have are some of like the best like high priority ones we could have. Poison, yeah, you know, it's poison. It does a little bit of extra damage, so I mean, hey, that would actually still actively be useful with like a power 5 bow. You know, you give them the poison effect for a couple seconds, does some nice things. Alright. Jump boost 2. Let's see here. Hmm. Regeneration. I think it's the longer duration of it too. Oh. Whoops, that's more for me, so technically there are regen 2 arrows, but it's like 2 seconds, so I don't even know if it would out heal everything. Guys, garbage. Weakness. Hey, now that's good. Weakness arrows. That's good. Oh, wind charging. Hmm, that's actually nice. Wind charging is also one of those potion types that's super duper annoying to make a bunch of. So getting that out of the gate is pretty neat. Night vision's neat too. That's the lower duration one, because I know that one goes up to a minute. But it's still neat to have, though. Strength. Hey, that's a good strength one as well. That's a max duration strength one. There's strength. Water breathing again. This time it's for a full minute. Was the other one for a full minute? I feel like it was. It was. Okay, well, we have two guys that sell water breathing. Yippee, I guess. Fucking water breathing a third time. I guess. Hey, I said it was cool, but I didn't say I would use it. I said it was cool. Fire resistance, and that's a good one, too. Okay, so we got 12 out of 20 so far. In terms of getting, like, unique arrow types that we wanted to trade for. We are 12 for 20. So, honestly, not too bad. If you really want to try and be like a collector and get everything. There are a couple more to get, but for the most part, not anything too particularly useful. Well, let's go ahead and get these last 8 done. Oh, right. Yes. No, not what I clicked on. What am I doing, man? We're gonna have to go cook up some more sticks here. That should be enough. Pretty. So, we now officially have everything in place on the first floor, which is very nice. Get all that put away. And we'll go put this random crossbow away too. Let's make sure to save that Excel file. And let's get back to it. So we still have a good chunk of trading that we have to do here. Okay. Gotta get a bunch of them up as high as possible. That's good. Alrighty. Go ahead and empty this out too real quick. all we need to do is sleep, basically. And let's also consolidate this down the best we can. Wow, that is really lucky. Cool. Get out of the way. There we are. Then here's our bed. That goes there. And we'll sleep. Alright, so now all we're doing is waiting for their trades to refresh. In the meantime, let's go ahead and move our golden apple and weakness boxes up to the second floor. And let's also go get some sandstone from one of our shulker boxes here. Should have some sandstone, not a lot, but that didn't really count at that rate. Take that, and we'll take that, and we'll kind of filter through all this stuff. I just saying. Oh, it's probably up on the second floor already. That would make sense, wouldn't it? And there's a whole bunch of crap there that needs to go away. And you know what, let's just go throw those sticks in one of these shulker boxes. Yeah, that's fine. I think it was this one, yes. Okay. Got it right on the third try after I went through all the others, but okay. We did it in the end. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop right on up here. Wood, sandstone. Here we are. Empty box. Apple, random shit, empty box, and wood. Alright. I'm trying to collect all these empty boxes for a little bit here, so. That comes with me. Alright, and these guys are doing it again, so let's go ahead and buy them out of their crossbows. What? How did that not get you up a level? Alright, that was weird. Dude, I am really getting sick of these spam calls. Get the hell out of here, man. It's not cool. Alright, and that is the last guy. What's he got? Garbage. Slow falling. Hey, that's the longer duration slow falling. But we already have that, but that's still good though. That's one of the more useful ones after all. Alright. Poison 2. I know how to spell. I'll get there one day, guys, but poison 2. Fire resistance again, which we don't have a sign for. And night vision. Yeah, we don't have a sign for. Okay, so we got 12 out of 20. That's where we are. Not too bad, frankly. I mean, most of the shitty ones are not included, at least. That's good, like swiftness. We don't really need swiftness at all for anything. So that's honestly not too bad. Alright, let's see here. That, boom, boom. There we go. else can come back with me. And we'll tuck the arrows, not arrows, we'll tuck the emeralds in there. Why not? Who cares? Okay. So we got that. And we got our smooth sandstone. And we're going to use the rest of our smooth sandstone here to block up some of these extra little bits. I think we're going to take a break from villager stuff extreme, like we're not going to do anything with it at all. I'm kind of just tired of it right now, and getting this first floor done was a very good accomplishment, and having like the entire second floor be built too, so there's, not that there's nothing to do, but we got all the important villagers that we would actually want to trade with done, so, you know, kind of all we needed. There we go. And we'll do the same thing on this side. And, yeah, looking good. There we go. And we'll leave that one as just like a regular gate, because we can do that. Let's also switch some things around. So we went 3 sandstone stairs, and then want that there. And we just need to pop right on over to a stone cutter real quick. Get that all done. These also make for good extra storage now that I'm looking at them, so that's always nice. Right, let's get these sandstone stairs. I just realized I definitely had extra sitting around somewhere, and I did not need to put these in a stone cutter, but fuck it, we already did, so whatever. Why would I do that? And there we go. So yeah, nice way in and out on both ends. It's all good. At some point, I want to do like a crown on like the wall where, you know, you're just kind of lining the whole thing with stairs, so we can get that done. And then we need to figure out a spiral staircase pattern here. Um, well, actually, maybe not a spiral staircase. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wait for cushions, okay? Because with all the cushion stuff that's coming out, it could be interesting to just have like a cooler like spire that goes straight up and like pokes out a good bit, and then you just get on a bunch of cushions, and then that's a good way to make something thin that isn't gonna require like water or anything, and it's a two-way elevator, so we'll give that a try. I also don't know if cushions can be put on fence gates, because if they can, that could also be very interesting. Or like be put inside of fence gates, I guess. I'm pretty sure that's a thing, so I don't know, but we will find out one day, that is for sure. Alright, well, either way, we got a pretty good chunk of stuff done. I mean, we're pretty much out of sandstone completely, so until we want to go out and mine a bunch more, we've got what we've got, you know? So let's go ahead and do one last flyover for today and take a nice big long look at our work. Looks like it's pretty good. Again, we are going to have to dismantle the old trading hall at some point, but otherwise, we are doing very good. I saw that bit of cobblestone in there, but I'm not going to worry too hard about that. But yeah, we've got a very nice looking area now. And we still have a bunch more land we should try and like clear out a little bit more. But otherwise, things look good. It's very well defensible, and we really shouldn't have any issues with anything going forward in this trading hall. I mean, we still need to gather the remaining, what are they called? We still need to gather the remaining workstations. That was what I was looking for. So we need to get those next time, but well, not next time, and just in the near future. But we're gonna worry about those another time because I do not care right now. I just don't. So yeah. Let's go ahead and place down the splash potions of weakness and the golden apple boxes that we got. So golden apples, splash potions of weakness, and then we got some extra boxes of bamboo. And then we can also grab the rest of our own stuff here too that we care about. So like our lava bucket, our coordinate, some of this stuff. And yeah, I mean that's about it really. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of organizing to get this stuff all moved around nice and proper. Nice. Alright, cool. Alright, all we gotta do is drive on back home. We can kind of see it from the other side here, so that's neat, but still gonna take some time though. I might get rid of some of these support beams just so we can have like a clear like line of sight on it, but we'll see what happens there. We should also put in some lighting in this area. If I had to guess, that would be a good idea. Why don't we actually take a little bit of time to do that now? Just, you know, getting a couple of torches placed down out around here. There we go. Yeah, it should be a good enough lighting. We'll try and get into that cave a little bit more over here. Oh, creeper in there. I mean, he ain't gonna do nothing. He's dead. And see down in here, this is the other section. And there we go. Cool. There we go. We still need to light up more of our forest that's over here. Oh, with how little is left, we could probably deforest and reforest that a little bit cleaner, just for decoration's sake. But yep, we are pretty much good for right now. We're gonna pop into the storage system to go ahead and drop off some of this stuff, but otherwise, we kind of did what we wanted today, you know? It's always nice. Here's our bamboo, that's my box. And then the rhinestones are something that we have. Alright, that'll make 24 looms. Let me check to see what else I had needed again. Let's see here. Okay, so we are gonna need just wood, like straight up, after all. So we shouldn't have put those other bits away, but that's okay. Oh, we'll just grab one of the boxes, bring that back. And furnace-wise, that's all we want there. We've already got the cauldrons at least, that's good. Alright, let me make sure I'm noting all this stuff down. We can make the smokers on site because we have furnaces now. The looms and barrels are next though, and they're all wood, so they should be really easy. Let's go ahead and do those. Alright, 24 looms. And then barrels. So it's 6 planks and 2 slabs. So what? Yeah, about that. Perfect. So there's 24 barrels. So we got those. And we'll put the furnaces away. Alright, so now we don't need this bamboo box anymore. This is all good. Damn. Yeah, why not? That comes back with me. And then, yeah, everything else is just kind of here doing whatever, so nice. I don't think you can use bamboo blocks because they're not technically logs for smokers, so didn't count, unfortunately. And we should have, yeah, we'll just craft it here while we're here. Go. Furnaces. 2 stacks of logs. Perfect. Okay. So with that, we now have all of the workstations gathered. We got everything. Not to mention we'll have some of the extra halls available for any additional trades. But like now we're done. I mean, we got all the different workstations that we've needed. We have the entire trading hall physically built out and looking good, so all we have to focus on is just getting the villagers in place. And then we just, well, we just get the villagers in place, so easy stuff. We'll go sleep up in our regular bed because we haven't done that in a hot minute. But otherwise, that will probably do it for me here today. I know this one was a little bit shorter, and I say shorter, but you know, compared to the 6 and 8 hour streams I've been doing, 2 hours seems kind of short, right? But it's not. Still quite a lot of time. But yep, we're on day 1026 here, and we're doing good. So yeah, that being said, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see y'all again next time. Bye-bye!